Hi, I'm Sifu Dom Békés and welcome to lesson 1 of this 4-part series on the butterfly sword form. I'm running through the form first so that you can get a feel for it. You can see that the two swords are coordinated together for simultaneous attack and defence. We use the same traditional Wing Chun footwork that's in the empty hand version of the art. This allows the practitioner to have good balance whilst maintaining a happy medium between mobility and stability. And you can also interrupt your movements to adapt to the ever-changing situations. One of the specialities of the butterfly swords, due to their length, is they can rotate inside the arm as well as outside, allowing the counterattack to spring from the defence. We'll join a lesson now and you can begin to learn the moves.
So you can kick with the ball of the foot and come down, or you can kick with the heel and come down. So you can use the heel or you can use the ball of the foot. You bring your sword up to your right shoulder, push over to your left, step to your left, so you're in more or less a right neutral. And then transfer your weight to your left foot, front kick with the ball of the foot,
With the right foot, yeah?
the right foot,
Yeah.
and then you step down.
As you step down, that one comes down.
That one comes down. So you go out and backwards a little bit.
Yeah, okay,
So it's out and
it's like a semi.
the-
I see, yeah. Okay,
yeah. So it comes out and forward, and then the other one follows the same path. The other one follows the same path forward.
Right, so. And the other one comes back as well.
The other one just goes straight out for the cut.
That stays out, okay, yeah.
The lead sword creates the path for the rear sword to come through.
Okay. So it all follows the same line.
All follows the same line. Some people you see it doing two lines. It's actually one line.
Yeah.
One line.
Yeah, because you should have like doing that, don't you?
Yes. Yeah, you see people,
Yeah.
and you see them using the shoulder also, chopping, when it's actually from the elbow and the wrist coordination.
Right.
So one line and cutting. The swords come back, and then now the opposite sword, the sword you just cut with, now comes and clears the path. So it goes out and comes back a little bit, and then you step and change to a right neutral.
I see, okay.
And there's a
So are
slight
you in a side neutral stance now or front stance?
side neutral stance, but at a 45-degree angle to your forward-facing position. So you come in more or less straight.
Kick there, I mean,
Then there's a little angle adjustment. If you see my straight position, and then there's a little angle adjustment, because you're going to be you'll be on the blind side, so you're coming down straight and then to the
so it's
side.
there,
That's it.
there. And that first one goes back, but the top one stays out.
That's it.
So what's the meaning of that then?
When you come down and when you first create the path, you come down and you cut. Then you move to the outside and you cut. So you're on the outside of the person. So it's like your rear arm and then your lead arm. Rear arm, lead arm.
It's that drawing back at the end that's quite difficult, actually.
Yes. Because you're exactly right. You have to coordinate the two swords. This one is doing something different from this one. And then this one is doing something different from this one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So from there,
Front kick.
so that comes back to there, and so that should be all parallel like that, shouldn't it be?
That's right. So you can see the aim. You can see the aim from your elbow to your wrist to the tip of the sword.
And then is the sword running straight, or is it slightly up, or is it just?
Let's
So your wrist stays the same, so the sword
straight.
at a slight angle. Yeah, okay. So your wrist does drop down then.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So
So it's all in one line.
all in one line, and so that the energy goes from the elbow to the tip of the sword.
That means that you can throw that through and let the knife do the work.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
So if you were holding it tightly in a fist, you end up with this chopping motion rather than this cutting motion.
Yeah.
So you're using the elbow to get the energy to the tip of the sword. So you have to coordinate the wrist and the elbow. 1, 2, and once you've done that second one, you go back to the original direction.
Yeah.
So you got those 3 moves. So you go block,
So it's
kick,
there,
cut, cut, cut.
Here. 2.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay. So it's letting the knife do the work, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You paused.
Right, okay, yeah, we go.
Yeah, it's just like the rest of Wing Chun, because you're operating from the elbow so that you can it doesn't interfere with your balance. So you can still maneuver, and your balance is not affected.
Yeah.
So that's right. And then by directing it from the elbow, you get the energy to the tip, which is exactly the same thing that you would do if you were doing BLG or you're doing a punch.
Okay.
You want it to get to the tip of the finger, tip of the phoenix knuckle, or tip of the sword.
So that, when you throw that first one,
Yes.
and you draw back, so should you be about waist height? Yeah, okay, because you see where you are then.
Yes. So it's going to be dealing with the other person's limb.
Yeah.
So it's going to, and then this one is going to then go over the top.
Okay, so it's...
So making a path for the sword. So, you know, cutting the wrist, cutting the elbow, and then going for the
I see, yeah, okay.
the target on the torso. Yes. So if you've done the first one, then you come back to your right shoulder to do the next one, and then back to your left shoulder.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, right. Yeah.
The sword that's going to make the path is always the sword that's in front.
Yeah, and they follow the same line.
And they follow the same line, the same path.
To allow the other one to cut.
That's it. And then the footwork is coordinated with the cut, so that your foot, your hip, your shoulder, everything is in line for the cut.
So your right foot is slightly forward then, yeah?
Yes, your right foot is forward. You're in a front stance. You're either in a front stance or you're in a side neutral, but at an angle.
Right, so you can do either stance?
Yes. When you're facing to the, once you've done this one and you're facing this way, it's a bit, you can turn your foot so that your foot faces the same angle as the right sword.
Right, okay.
So you come down, you do the first one, and when you do this one, your foot faces the same direction as the sword.
Your lead foot?
Your lead foot.
Yeah.
So, kick, 1, 2,
I see.
3.
Okay. So it's only your hips through there?
Yeah. So your hip and your foot face the same direction.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Cut, deflect, cut, or cut actually. You're cutting the leading arm or cutting what's the barrier in the way. And then you're coming through for the strike on the upper torso. 1, 2, 3. And again, everything coming from the elbow. The shoulders are relaxed, so that again you're just coordinating with your wrist and your elbow to your wrist, not having the shoulders participate.
Yeah, but do that, keep it low.
One, 2, 3.
So you really stretch that hand down, that first one then?
Yes. Although it happens together, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, and then but when you do it together, it almost becomes one.
Yeah. But they're still going independently, aren't they?
Yes.
It's because of the speed.
That's right, because you're just like with the rest of the Wing Chun movements, they're independent of one another. So just as this one might be doing something, or this one might be doing something, it's the same thing.
Again, that could be, that might be a redirection thing to do something else depending on what your opponent's doing.
Exactly. So this one's doing this one, this one's doing a cut, or this one's doing this one, this one's doing a cut. So they're all doing different things at different times.
Right, okay. Right. So there, kick.
1, 2, 3. You could try the next movement. So once you've done this one here, so you do the kick, 1, 2, 3, and then the gan. So the gan is like that. So it's not like this is lan, but the gan is at an angle. So you go to your right. So you go kick, 1, 2, 3, and then you step to your right and do the gan. That's it. Side neutral. Side neutral. And the wrists quite close together, if you see the wrists. So the wrists are quite close together here.
Oh, okay, yeah, so that way.
That's it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Right, so
Kick, 1, 2, 3, and then step to the right, gan.
yeah. Right, so from there, kick. 1, 2, 3.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah.
Once you've done that, you might as well do the 3. So you go gan, and then this lower sword comes up, and the other sword goes in front of it and sweeps down, and you go to the gan on the other side.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Lower sword comes up, other sword sweeps down, and you go to the gan. So that's 3.
Is that movement on the bottom?
Yes. Same thing, the elbow and wrist coordinating the movement to the sword. So again, it's coming from the thing, not coming from the shoulder. So kick, 1, 2, 3, and then gan. Gan, gan.
So from there, you go to
Kick, 1, 2, 3. Gone, gone, gone. The lower sword, you want to have it at not stretching forward, but an angle backwards. So 1, 2, 3. And also, when you're doing this, I know because it's on the Skype and everything, we're looking at the monitor, but you with your eye, you watch where the sword is going to go. So you look at where your sword is going. So your eye is directing the movement. So that you can coordinate. Squeaky trainers. Yeah, good. So after that the third one, you do a tan. That's the best way to show it. So you do a tan, and then you come over the top and cut. So you go from here, tan. That's it. Sort of a little bit 45 degrees from you. So you face the point of contact with your center. Then strike with the sword over the top, horizontal strike. Then step forward, strike with the rear sword, and then rotate and strike with the rear sword. That's it. That's it. That's it. So you go tan, cut, cut, cut. Yeah. That's it. Cut. So the same thing with that sword. Let it go to the tip.
Yeah. And then do I cut? Do I move and cut or just cut?
You step and cut.
Right. So then cut.
That's it.
Cut. Then like that.
That's right.
Right.
So first one over the top, second one over the top, third one underneath.
Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at you doing.
So from here, tan, cut, over the top, underneath. That's it.
That just comes back like that, does it?
Rotate the, on the last one, rotate the sword so that it's palm down. So tan, cut, cut, rotate the sword and cut underneath. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Right. Well, this is fun. Right, so there, so we're here, so there, cut, and cut that way.
That's right, that's right. And when you're stepping, when you do that tan, you come, same thing with the feet as in the rest of the footwork, is you come step through the center, ball of the foot, and then do those cuts so that you have stability when you move. Mobility and stability.
Yeah, okay, so there, then there.
So you've gone to this side, you go 1, 2, 3, then you step back through the center, come back into the middle, step out to a left side neutral, and do another gan, and then gan, gan,
Same thing.
yeah,
So
and then left arm, cut, cut, cut. That's right.
yeah, and those two go together.
That's it. So exactly the same that you did on this one. 1, 2, 3, tan, cut, cut, cut.
Yeah, no worries, so right, so there. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Cheung just finishing off the Garndao section there and coming through for the cuts, and this concludes lesson 1.